What if you could stay young forever? There is a place nestled along the Columbia River between the majestic Selkirk and Monashee Mountains where people do just that. Discover Revelstoke, BC, a place where people's spirits, mind, and soul remain childlike. So what is it about this place and the people who choose to live here that fosters this fountain of youth? Meet local athletes, photographers, artists, and community leaders as we learn about what drives their passions. Discover what about their craft keeps them youthful and why Revelstoke is the perfect playground. This is Revelstoke, and here the journey is not just a destination, it's an everlasting awakening.
Peter Pan syndrome, right. Well, I bought a two-stroke, as you can see over here. I don't want to work that much. I'd rather work a little and play more. I want to be a kid forever.
What is it about motorcycles that brings out the kid in all of us? Meet Emily, Adam, Stefan, and Robin as we explore the fountain of youth that is motorcycles and find out what Peter Pan syndrome means to them.
Yes, I have heard of Peter Pan syndrome. I think a lot of us here in Revelstoke suffer from that quite a bit. Maybe we don't suffer, we more so benefit from it. Many of us, regardless of our age, we've grown in such an active way with so many different active passions that to be able to, wherever you are, live wherever you are and be able to partake in that, to be able to get out every day and just have that childlike enthusiasm about your passion, that's a really important thing in life.
Peter Pan syndrome means to me, still feeling like I'm 18, 19, 20. That feeling definitely hasn't changed. That number is still, can't believe how high it's getting, but we still feel like we're 19 out here doing that. I think that Peter Pan syndrome is that feeling of feeling the same age as you get older. I still feel like I'm 20, 21. Nothing's changed in my head in that aspect. Body's still holding on too, so that's also good.
I may not be into as many sports as I used to be, but definitely the guys that I hang around, we're all still riding skateboards, snowboards, some ski, sled. That just keeps that Peter Pan syndrome of never growing up alive. Like, we all love having our little toys and just having a great time together.
We live in Revelstoke, British Columbia. One of the best places in the world, hands down.
And one of the most beautiful places in the world. I originally moved here, actually came here visiting my cousin and spent a few months here, really liked the place. Got into mountain biking at the time because I couldn't actually afford dirt bikes, so I bought mountain bikes instead. And continued to mountain bike, loved it here. Came out here for the powder season for snowboarding, and sure enough, soon I found out that there was dirt bike trails here, and luckily I bought a dirt bike, I sold my mountain bikes, and back on a dirt bike again.
Revelstoke because of all the access, and there's definitely no other place like it. Being able to do all the sports, all the seasonal sports, and the level at which people do them out here is definitely like none else. Like, I haven't seen so many people so passionate to the sports they do out here, and that's just infectious. And that makes you want to perform your best and yeah, take your sports to another level. And there's lots of opportunity to do that out here and lots of people. It's crazy what you'll learn from other people out here who have put in the time and the dedication to their sport and how like accepting they are to pass that on to you. And that's really cool because that gets infectious.
Revelstoke, well, I mean, it's a pretty rad mountain town. And I think originally I have a daughter here and some family and some friends. So got a great job, keeps me grounded. And then, like I said, Friday comes, I rip on the bike and go.
A bunch of my friends, tree planters, ski bums, you know, they take EI in the winter, and I started visiting them and visited 2 or 3 times and just decided to say, screw it, I'm coming out, quit my job.
Revelstoke? Revelstoke used to mean people who would come here and spend all their money, but to me now it's people who can't see themselves doing these sports in any other place. And I think Revelstoke to me is almost like a good term. You got like the positive and negative side of Revelstoke. And to us, we're all Revelstoke for the right reasons.
The concept that this is such an incredible place. It especially used to be this little hidden secret. And when people would come here, they would never end up leaving. We'd realize what a paradise this is and just stick around. And I think there's a lot of us that have that. There's this beautiful little ecosystem of outdoorsy people that live here. People are drawn to this area specifically because of the amazing access that we have, not only in the winter, but also in the summer. So it just helps to attract these people that choose to live their lives through their passions. And inherently, you're gonna get some Peter Pan syndrome when your passion is in the outdoors and exploring. I would say that the dirt biking community here is small but mighty. We don't have too many riders, but we're so close-knit. We're such a tight-knit community. And even if it's not directly in Revelstoke, throughout all of the Kootenays, there's such a close-knit community and connection that we have through motorcycles. So it's really easy to make friends, find new people to ride with, and find ways to build your skills with other people.
It's fine with me. I swear
Oh, I've been running this little joke all summer. Well, I mean, I'm turning 46 here in a couple months, and all summer I've been telling everybody I identify as 36 this year. I just feel like age isn't really a huge number to me. Some days you're bagged for sure, but as long as you keep hanging around your bros and doing the things you love doing, like, it makes us feel young for sure. Growing up and growing old, I still act like a child even though I'm growing up. When you're growing old, you have more responsibility, but I feel like when you have things like this to go and do on the weekends, it makes you feel like you have no responsibility for a few days and a few 100 kilometers.
Growing old seems like such a daunting task that doesn't have any meaning to me to want to do. I don't have any desire to grow old ever. If I can stay on dirt bikes, if I can stay in at least decent health without injuring myself, then I can keep riding, and that's what's going to keep me young, I think.
I am grown up. It's not just play. There's a bit of work that goes into this. You don't have to ever grow up, but you get old because your body aches.
Staying outdoors. The outdoors is really what keeps us young, I think. That's out here for sure. And definitely in Revy, we have all these things. It's unlimited amounts of sports to stay young. And I think that's what it is. I think the outdoors is what's keeping us young.
I started getting into motorcycles when I moved to BC in 2003, and ever since then I've just fallen in love with them. The feeling of being out on the open road, like solo, and riding the highways out here along the lakes and the mountains, and the adrenaline, hauling around corners and just feeling free. Just being out on the road with really not a lot of direction. I mean, you can get on your bike and just be like, okay, I'm gonna head north for a few hours and stop at some cool little diner and not really care, you know, what direction you're gonna go next. And you kind of use the weekend. So every weekend I like to jump on the bike and just think of it as a mini vacation. I'll pack up a bag, slap it on the sissy bar, and just go for Friday to Sunday. Obviously I work during the week, so those weekends to me are pretty special with my bike. I've got to meet so many people around the province, do a lot of rallies and poker runs, and sort of create like a family just all around like-minded motorcycle enthusiasts. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can roll into any parking lot or any restaurant, any event, and there'll be a pack of bikes there, and it's just this camaraderie of like brotherhood. You exchange numbers and you call each other up along the way if you need a buddy to go for a rip with or grab a beer, or maybe you've broken down somewhere. So it's kind of nice that everybody just kind of helps each other out. I think it kind of has that, you know, bicycle feel to it, where you just, you know, your mom said, yeah, go play. And so you went outside and you jumped on your bike and you went and found your other buddies and they jumped on their bikes. So now it's just, you're older, right? and you're still rocking 2 wheels, but now you have a throttle, and you still go stop at your buddies' houses and see if they can come out and play. And next thing you know, you got a little pack of guys just ripping on the highways out here in BC and loving life. If you're gonna just sit around after work or on your weekends and do nothing, you're slowly just gonna naturally wither away, yeah. But if you find something you love doing, whether any hobby or sport, and you stay active as we get older, we need to do that. We need to keep moving. It's the best thing to do for me is just jump on a bike and haul to another town and go to events and fundraisers and support other communities. And I think the biker lifestyle plays a big role in charities and family, even when they may not be blood, but we all consider each other brothers and sisters.
I started dirt biking when I was 6 years old. Luckily, my family loved motorcycles to the point where when I was born, my dad built me a wooden motorcycle to push me around on. So I got pretty lucky in that sense. And luckily, I love dirt biking, so I continued to do that ever since I started. Staying young, yeah. I think every day if you're doing something that makes you happy, gives you a little bit of light, then that's what's important. For me, it's motorcycles, any type of motorcycle. Once I get on them, there's this sense of freedom. You start getting adrenaline pumping through your body, and there's nothing quite like that feeling. Whether it's a long trip or a short trip, there's so many different benefits to being on a bike. I think the feeling that you get when you ride is pretty hard to match in any other sport. And I suppose anybody who is passionate about a sport will tell you the same thing, but when you're in it, when you have that hyper focus and you're riding a bike in the middle of the wilderness, exploring the woods, and just in these incredible remote locations that we can access by dirt bikes or by any motorcycle, I think that is one of the most beautiful things. And if you can have friends in the mix while you're riding through the wilderness, then that's even better. But just being able to explore the beauty that we have on this world with a motorized vehicle, with a dirt bike, is pretty awesome. Especially when it comes to dirt bikes. Being able to share those experiences, sometimes a photo isn't enough. And maybe a photo, you can show it to people, but they'll never really understand what the experience felt like. So to be able to have your friends there, experiencing it with you, riding with you, all while, you know, getting to explore and ride dirt bikes and talk and gain skills and just build that friendship, I think is really important. Motorcycles have been such a big part of my life from such a young age. I feel like my personality and motorcycles are so integrated. It is a part of me. If I had to give up motorcycles, I don't think I would be who I am. I don't think I could be. They've given me confidence when nobody else could, when I couldn't find it anywhere else. They gave me freedom for the first time. You know, just every large step or gain that I've made within my life has been because of motorcycles.
And I started racing when I was like 10, 11. I used to BMX race and did that. I won a couple national titles when I was like 11, 10, 11, and then started downhill mountain biking at COP near Calgary and started doing a couple of that. Started racing 4-cross races, and then it kind of progressed just to bigger, faster, more airtime. And then dirt biking took over from about 12 to 16. And then, yeah, we were doing dirt bike races. The freedom, if you look at the trails we have out here, especially in Revelstoke, I mean, we've got this beautiful track here with these trail systems that come around. You can really go a lot farther than you think with the bikes. And that's super, super cool. It's opened up the summertime exploring. Used to just be a big skate and a big lake guy, but now that we have our bikes, like I'm learning more of the areas, and especially how our bikes bleed into our snowmobiles in the winter time. I think we use our bikes to know where we're going for the winter time, and that sets us up for good wintertime adventures too. It's multi-purposed, where it's like our bikes help us explore for our sleds, and our sleds just help us stay strong for our bikes.
Well, back in the day, you see, no, my dad bought me a dirt bike when I was about 16 years old, CR125, still got it back in Slovakia, in the motherland. That's how I got into it. I wanted a bike forever, right? Like every kid, I'd assume. Freedom, same as snowboarding, you know. We're out here, it's quiet. I mean, dirt bikes are loud, but you can turn it off and just chill out, have a beer, go fishing, whatever you want to do. I mostly ride trails. I used to ride track. Now I've changed to trail riding. I think that's where it's at for me. It's just something about it, you know. Been doing it for like 15 years, so it's just a lifestyle.
What makes motorcycling special? That family bond with other riders and the adrenaline and the feeling that you get when you're riding motorcycles. I'll never stop. Like, I know a lot of people who are well into their 70s and 80s and still hauling around corners and feeling young again and white knuckling that handlebar as you're like leaning that bike, and maybe you've hit a patch of crappy weather and it's just like, yeah, go, give her, let's do this. And when you get home, you just feel exhilarated. Some days you're just bagged out. You're out here in all the elements, and by the time you get home, you're exhausted, and that's a great feeling. It's like some people go for a run or a jog or work out. For us, it's riding Harleys. I'll never stop. I guess if I couldn't keep it up on 2 wheels, there's other fun things with throttles we can all do, but it'll always be a part of my life till I die, for sure. And hey, if I die riding my bike, then everybody knows I've died doing what I love, and I hope, you know, some of my memories can live on.
On the road with a motorbike, hanging around between the mountains, coast to coast, you know how to drive. Dragonflies around the sunset, can you believe we're together? We're celebrating September. What do you mean it's forever? Forever is a time to be with you. Playing games, show me how you jump off a cliff into the water. Take
definitely back burner things around the house when I'm leaving Friday and coming back on a Sunday, or take a week off to do some rallies or some traveling. But we've got time. You make time to get those little things done. I would never not go riding my bike because I've got to cut the grass first or do the laundry, especially when the sun's shining. You got to use every minute you can to go play with your toys.
I'm 32, man. Just still want to be young, but some days I'm like, oh, my back is sore, like my knee's sore. Play soccer and like a day or two goes by and I'm like, man, my legs are still sore.
I didn't do my laundry to come out riding right now, so that's kind of exactly what it's all about. You know, I'll go see Kurt at Infinite before I'll go and grab groceries. Yeah.
Right now I'm forgetting to stack my firewood for the season. Any chance I have to get out of chores. If I have to mow the lawn, I'm gonna go for a ride. If I have to do laundry especially, I'm going riding. I started doing that today for about 15 minutes, and then I was like, I should go ride.
I think we're also chasing our dream on our sports. I think there's some sports more than others. Stay scared. I think that's the best way to keep pushing yourself. And I think the more complacent you get with your sports, the more it's easier to not get to where you want to be. It's easy to run in the same lines and stay in the same tracks, but just stay scared.
We all start from beginners. It's okay if you don't do something right the first time. You're gonna get it eventually as long as you try. And just remember that everybody has a different progression line. Everybody has a different path in life, but we all start from the same place.
Come out here sooner. Don't chase the money. Should have done this sooner. Should have done it when I was like 18. We don't have mountains like this. I was just visiting and debating like when I would make my move. It's just a matter of time.
That's not how you ride bikes. We're good.
It's October, but it's 24 degrees outside. Doesn't look like it anymore, but it is. Yeah. It's warm. I'm sweating. We had a good day.